Well, you can have an acute focal injury. That's where there's actual bleeding in the brain. There may be a fracture in the skull. There may be what they call a subdural hematoma or hemorrhage, which is a blood clot or bleeding underneath the lining of the brain, the exterior lining of the brain. And in those cases, you see changes on a CAT scan or an MRI that are taken. There may be a shift in the brain itself from the midline. Instead of a symmetrical picture, it could be shifted. But then you have the other types of traumatic brain injuries, the ones that do not involve that kind of direct and acute trauma. It's not focal. It's what they call diffuse, a diffuse axonal injury, which means the axons are the fibers that connect the brain cells. And many times with the trauma of being shifted and shaken, those very fine filaments or fibers can tear or shear. And that's called a diffuse axonal injury or a mild traumatic brain injury. Even though they say mild, it can have devastating effects on your life, especially if you can no longer maintain your job or your relationships, if you can't remember things anymore and you can't function like you used to. A mild traumatic brain injury can actually be devastating for an individual.